so much for coming to the Clear Spring Stampede. Today you're going to be judging one of two events. You can be judging a speech event or a debate event. For speech events, they're very similar to theatrical performances, and you can be rating them on a scale on the ballots, which we'll explain later. And for debate events, you're going to be judging either partners or singles, and you're going to be determining who you think debated better.
Congress is a debate event where you'll be judging based on speakers and information. So when you're looking for who to break, you're going to be looking for who spoke the best, presidents, information, and overall who had the best presentation. In Congress, there's a docket where there will be 30 different items that will be debated. Some of these items include topics around the world, such as focusing on the Middle East, China, or even focusing on US and different political policies, etc.
Okay, so for congressional debate, this is a little bit harder to judge, but most likely most of our lay judges won't be judging this type of debate. You'll actually get one of these ballots for each student that's in the room. So this will be a ballot for just one student, and it'll have filled out the student name, and you'll write the school code, the session, the room, and the chamber that you're in. You'll just look at it like this. Each speech has their own little section. So for speech one, you can check if they are a sponsor or if they're on the AF or the neg speech. And then once you're done with that, you'll write little notes or critiques about how their speech went. And then you'll rank their speech on a scale of 1 to 6. You'll do that for all 3 of their speeches. And also right here at the bottom, you'll have a section for questioning. After you're done with this congressional debate, you'll write your name and your affiliation at the bottom. And then based off of what scores you gave them versus everyone else in the room, you'll rank them on a scale of 1 to 8.
So PF is teams of 2 versus 2, in which one is the pro side and one is the con side, and it's all logical argumentation based on empirical evidence. Additionally, in PF, you're going to flip a coin for who is pro and con, as well as first speaker and second speaker, and you need to vote on argumentation and logic, and then there's also speaker points.
Alright, so the first debate event is public forum debate, and this is what the standard ballot for that looks like. There's a lot of information that you fill in before the round starts, so you'll write the tournament date, the tournament location, what round you're in / what flight, what room you're in. Usually it doesn't ask division, so if it does say division, you can just leave it blank. It'll ask for your name, and then it will ask for your affiliation to the tournament. Under that, it will say the resolution / topic. So the resolution for this tournament is:
Resolved, the United States should end its arms sales to Saudi Arabia.
So LD is a one-on-one event, and it's a debate event, and whenever you're judging this event, you want to make sure that you're looking for someone who provides morality and someone who provides the best argument overall and is a better speaker.
Okay, the Lincoln Douglas ballot is really similar to that. You'll write the tournament date, the tournament location, the flight / round, the room, the division, your name, and what school you're from. So then we'll have the name of the affirmative student or debater right there, and the name of the student that's debating the negative right here. The topic for this tournament is:
The United States ought not provide military aid to authoritarian regimes.
Awesome. So you can go ahead and write your comments right there. You can leave one for the pro on this side and one for the con on this side. And then again, at the bottom, you'll write your reason for your decision. On the bottom of this ballot, there is a little time key for you to see how long each speech is. And then once you're done, once again, you'll go ahead and check either affirmative or negative. You'll write the winning team's school code, and then you will give each of the speakers speaker points between 20 and 30, and the explanation of speaker points will be right here. So you'll just go ahead and write their points right there.
So CX debate is also known as policy debate. It is a partner-on-partner debate, and the biggest thing in round will be impacts, whether the ask plan is topical or not, and any solvency or advantages the AF has in any way the neg does counteract.
Alright, so the policy ballot is very similar to a mix between the Lincoln Douglas ballot and the public forum ballot. You'll go ahead and write the usual, the tournament date, the tournament location, the round, room. Again, division, you don't have to fill that out, just leave it blank. And then your name and what school you're from. Once again, you'll go ahead and write the school codes that should be on the ballot that you get, the affirmation code and the neg code, and then you'll give the speakers, there's 2-on-2 in this round, so whatever speaker is the affirmation over here, the first speaker will put their name right there, the second speaker put their name right there, and the same thing for the negative side, the first speaker will put their name there and the second speaker there. After you're done or while you're going along, you can go ahead and write notes here, and at the very bottom you'll write your reason for deciding who you decided on. After you're done, you'll go ahead and check affirmative or negative, whoever you want to win. Whichever team you wanted to win, put their team code right here. And then like you did for Lincoln Douglas and Public Forum, you'll go ahead and rank them. So you'll give them points between 20 and 30 as to how their speaking was. And then whoever has the highest speaker points will get number 1 in the room. And then whoever has second highest will get the number 2. Whoever gets third will get 3. And whoever gets fourth will get fourth. And the topic for policy is...
The United States federal government should substantially reduce its restrictions on legal immigration to the United States.
The only speech events that do not include the same ballot as brought up before is extemporaneous speaking and impromptu speaking. Right here you'll write the contestant name, the code, the round, the section, the speaker time like previously, but instead here it's going to ask for the question/prompt. So whenever your competitors come in, they should have a little piece of paper on them that has what prompt or question they're going to be talking about, and that's what you'll write right there. So then underneath that you'll have your judge's name and your judge affiliation. Once again, you have that area to write whatever marks you have, and then you have the rank system. So just like on here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll do like 5 out of 8 or whatever you rank them out of the room. Also on some ballots there will be speaker points, so you can give them on a scale of 0 to 100 what you would rank their speaking abilities. Alright, so when you're judging a speech event, you're going to be getting a ballot that looks just like this. The speech events that are given this type of ballot are original oratory, program of oral interpretation, poetry interpretation, dramatic interpretation, duo interpretation, duet interpretation, and humorous interpretation, and they all have this standard look. You're going to write right here the contestant's printed name. You're going to write their school code, which should be located on your ballot. You're going to write the round that you're in, the section that you're in, and the speaker number. So if on the speaker order they're number 3, that number will go right there. The name of their piece or the topic that they're centered around will go right here on this line, and then whatever remarks that you have or reasons that you gave them the place that you did, you'll write that right there. The length of the speech, you'll put it right here, and then whatever you place them, you'll go ahead and circle that right there. And finally, all you have to do is sign your name, write your printed name, and write your affiliation as to why you're judging today.
Okay, so poetry is a 7-minute and 30-second long event. You have to look for good speakers and good storytellers. You have this black book which the people can read from, but you can't use it as a prop at all.
So DI is known as dramatic interpretation, which I know that name sounds kind of big, but it basically just means a dramatic monologue performance. And they usually last about 10 minutes with a 30-second grace period. During this piece, you're just looking for eye contact, conveyability of the piece. Sometimes they perform with 1 character and sometimes they perform with 30, but you're just looking for overall believability and emotions, things like that.
HI is a interp event where one person acts as multiple characters to portray a normally comedic story. And normally the judges are looking for funny, interesting, good acting.
Duo and duet are very similar events. They both have a 10-minute period with a 30-second grace period.
And the thing that you're looking for whenever you're judging this event is synchronization and clarity, and you want to make sure like you can understand them and that you understand what's going on in the piece.
And it's a good story and they have animated characters. In duet you can touch your partner and you have 2 chairs, and then duo you cannot.
Poi is a 10-minute performance, and what you're looking for is good characterization, making sure they have they're using a good mixture of pieces of literature and that they are speaking clearly. They'll also have a black book with them that inside comes with their piece from different genres, and it can also be used as a prop if needed. So.
Poetry is an IE event with a 7-minute speech with a series of poems selected by the student, and you should be looking for good emotion and a little bit of movement, but no movement of the feet.
Okay, so original oratory is when a performer performs the original 10-minute speech. Their topic can be based on anything. The speech should run like a 5-paragraph essay. It should include an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. And in the introduction, they should include a roadmap where they talk about their 3 ideas. And in their conclusion, they should provide you solutions on how to solve the problem that they give you. And you should rate the performers from best to worst based on their presentation skills.
So informative is basically an event where you have a student present a speech that they wrote with visual aids. The visual aids aren't required, but most of the time you do want to look for those in this event. You want to look for the creativity of the boards and how they incorporate themselves in the speech and how the student presents them to the audience, as well as how well the student speaks about the speech and all the content inside.
The only speech events that do not include the same ballot as brought up before is extemporaneous speaking and impromptu speaking. Right here you'll write the contestant name, the code, the round, the section, the speaker time like previously, but instead here it's going to ask for the question/prompt. So whenever your competitors come in, they should have a little piece of paper on them that has what prompt or question they're going to be talking about, and that's what you'll write right there. So then underneath that you'll have your judge's name and your judge affiliation. Once again, you have that area to write whatever marks you have, and then you have the rank system. So just like on here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll do like 5 out of 8 or whatever you rank them out of the room. Also on some ballots there will be speaker points, so you can give them on a scale of 0 to 100 what you would rank their speaking abilities.
So basically impromptu is a 7-minute speech where 2 minutes is used to prep for a topic that a student pulls out of a hat. What you're supposed to look for is for a student's how funny they are, how convincing they are, and how fluent they speak. And you rank them among the other contestants. An example of a topic they might pick is either like a movie quote, or from a book, or maybe just like a person or a character in real life.
Extemp is a speech event, and what people do is they're separated into 2 categories, domestic and foreign, and we'll get to those later. Essentially, you have 7 minutes with a 30-second grace period to give your speech. The speeches can range on anything from national policy to foreign policy. Now, they have 30 minutes to prepare this up to 7-minute 30 speech. After their 30 minutes, you have 6 people that are going to be in one room, but they go in one at a time. Now, while they're giving your speech, you're looking for 3 things. You're looking for evidence. Do they cite sources? Do they cite names, dates, etc.? Does it flow? Can you transition from one point to the next? Does it make sense? And 3, their fluency, how well they talk. And now that we've talked about how to judge it, we have to look at the categories. Foreign is anything relating to the world. So you have categories like Asia, Africa, Europe, etc. And then domestic is things like the United States. So stuff like the border wall, should Trump pick this person to be his advisor, etc.
Once again, we'd like to give a huge thank you to all of our judges today. We could not have this tournament without you, but we'd also like to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to all of our sponsors of this tournament. So thank you so much to Caroline Tuck from State Farm Insurance, Chen Yong and Walking Zhao, the Solis family, Dream Stays, the Kimberly Harding Group, Vital Allergy and Asthma Center, the Pinchuk family, Michael Blackwell, 888 Chinese number 4, the Silva family, Walter P. Moore, Vital Health and Wellness, and Jumping World. Thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions about rounds or judging or how your event goes, be sure to stop by one of our help desks, or you can look for someone in a pink or blue shirt that says Clear Springs Stampede on it, and we will be sure to get you all the help you need. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, and bolts up.